if it had just been okay with his dad for him to be the Broadway critic for the New York Observer, we might not be living this nightmare.
Oh, God. Another reason to be mad at Donald Trump's dad. Hello and welcome to Hysteria. I'm Erin Ryan.
And I'm Alyssa Mastromonaco.
Alyssa, this week, a police report was surfaced by the website Zeteo that revealed that Katie Miller's complaining about terroristic threats against her family was actually about, like, grandmas with sidewalk chalk.
That's so on brand.
It's so on brand. Anybody mildly criticizing them or even identifying what it is that they do is they're anti-Semitic. They're doing terrorist attacks against my family and my children. And she's going to complain about it on CNN and have a total crash out. She and her husband and their 3 children, who I really hope are in therapy or getting in therapy ASAP. They are living on a military base. So they're living on the taxpayer's dime, probably occupying housing that should be reserved for people who are actually, military service members and officers. There are a few members of the cabinet that are doing that. But yeah, anyway, just so you guys know.
Do you think that's where she's doing her podcast right now, the one that she did with Elon Musk the other day?
I don't know. Maybe she's doing it from a skiff. It would be equally as wasteful as anything this administration does. This is Hysteria, the podcast that's here to remind you that Marjorie Taylor Greene still fucking sucks.
Totally.
Even if she is, now the enemy of our enemy. That doesn't make her our friend. That makes us have a common enemy. And she will
Just because she had a blowout and put an America sweater with a cross on doesn't mean she's good.
No. Also, those sweaters to me are red flags.
Because they're probably, you mean sweaters that have a American flag that aren't made in America, most likely?
They're like there's like the American flag knit into them, and I don't think the brands themselves love that they've become Republican coded, but they're definitely Republican coded now. I see one and I'm like, I don't trust you. Even if it's like a sweater with a teddy bear with an American flag on it, that's also that's Republican coded.
I know. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. All right. So don't let the new weave and lip fillers fool you. Marjorie Taylor Greene is still awful. In her first interview since her public fallout with Trump and resignation from Congress, well, she's still in Congress, but she's leaving after January. Marjorie Taylor Greene sat down with Leslie Stahl for Sunday's episode of 60 Minutes. Now, nothing was that enlightening.
Not really.
From the interview. MTG was still running her playbook, except for now that Daddy has written her off, she has She started using tools from her toolbox against Trump, but they're the same tools. She's the same old tool. You know what I mean?
She's the same tool.
So she doesn't straight identify herself with MAGA anymore, but instead she says she's America first.
America first.
Which is quite concerning for me because I think I know what she means when she says America. And it's
white people?
Yeah. And it's like pink people. It's not just like white people. It's people that are like pink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Marjorie Taylor Greene color of pink.
Color. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's so anyway, we're going to play some moments from the show and live react to you here. Let's get started.
I think they're terrified to step out of line and get a nasty Truth Social post on them. Yes.
And they're watching what happened to you.
Yes.
Behind the scenes, do they talk differently?
Yes.
How?
Oh, it would shock people.
Well, let's shock people.
Okay. I watched many of my colleagues go from making fun of him, making fun of how he talks, making fun of me constantly for supporting him, to when he won the primary in 2024, they all started, excuse my language, Leslie, kissing his ass and decided to put on a MAGA hat for the first time.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Marge.
Okay, sorry. Let's zero in first on the most superficial and easy to discuss thing before we dive in. The phoniness of MAGA is really, really Olympian in this moment. Like, she's apologizing for saying kissing ass.
Right, oops.
Yeah, but you know that like the normal way that she speaks is much more riddled with obscenity. And the words she's directed at people are much more riddled with hate and obscenity. And so she thinks that saying like, this is why also I do not trust white people who say the word frickin'. That's a bad sign.
You know what? I completely agree with that.
If they say what the frick or frickin', I'm like, oh, I don't like you. You are like mega church evil. And Yeah. Anyway, so let's go into something a little bit deeper. So Marjorie is talking about her colleagues in the House of Representatives and basically confirming what all of us, which you know, Alyssa, is that they're all little bitches gossiping like they're middle schoolers and talking shit. But like a typical mean girl, Marjorie is alluding to the shit talking without going into detail about what the shit talking is. What do you think she's trying to do?
Well, here's the thing. We don't even, well, she's trying to, for any MAGA who are mad at her, she's trying to be like, you should probably be mad at everybody because everybody's talking about him. But it's also like, I think it's wild that this is even a thing. Like, look at, okay, she stood up against Trump, the Epstein files, fine. His vice president likened him to Hitler. Little Marco Rubio ran against him, couldn't stand him. He called him Little Marco. So it's like everyone's kind of gotten in Trump's crosshairs at some point. So kind of like, who cares, Marjorie? Because here's the thing. What happened to you is just what you've incited on other people over and over again. Like, oh, you're mad that you got, and also I had watched many, like I had seen a lot of like back and forth. I thought there had been a pipe bomb at her house or some sort, but it was like someone wrote her they were going to put a pipe bomb at her house. Okay. And it's like, well, Marjorie, what do you think's been happening to people who dare criticize you when you go on the wrath and you whoop up the MAGA base because you know what they're going to do and you know how they respond. So like, sorry they turned on you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would be more willing to buy I think she's trying to sell that like, look, I'm exposing the truth about the fake ass MAGA, which I think is probably true. Like I'm
right.
Like Washington D.C. is constantly has the vibes of like a place that a bunch of 12-year-old dorks are on a field trip and they're like finger banging each other on the bus, and it's like the most formative social like 3 days of the entire school year. But it's just perpetually that, especially when there's conservatives in power. But like, I think that her exposing the fact that there's like shit talking going on, the audience for that is not like Donald Trump. I think that she wants people who are Trump loyalists who would be surprised by it to slough off and like join the America First movement instead of like being a part of this like duplicitous shit talky movement. But I think that it's important for us to also remember that the fact that she's like complaining about these things happening to her, that she's a recipient of threats and social media mobbing, without having the self-awareness to understand that she was one of the architects of that, is a reflection of the fact that she hasn't grown at all. No. She hasn't grown at all. If she were like, you know what, Leslie, I am seeing now that I am experiencing things that I encouraged other people to do to other people, and I'm seeing that it's wrong. Like,
and I understand how scary it is, right? That online stuff can be brought into the real world, and I understand how scary it is. And for anything I incited, I apologize.
Right.
But like, she can't.
Right. Well, let's watch another clip.
It's the most toxic political culture, and it's not helping the American people.
But you contributed to that. You were out there pounding, insulting people.
Leslie, you've contributed to it as well with your own program. Yes, you're accusatory, just like you did just then.
I know you're accusing me, but I'm smiling.
You're accusing me.
I am accusing you.
But we don't have to accuse one another.
I want you to respond to what you have done in terms of insulting people, yelling at people, and then saying...
I'd like for you to respond for that.
I don't...
No, you can respond to that.
I don't insult people.
You do, in the way you question, and you're accusing me right now.
So frustrating. Okay, you know how we complain about the way that therapy speak has 100%. Just completely infused different space, like... Love Island is, for example, it's like, why are you guys all using therapy speak? Or like when Jonah Hill was like being shitty with therapy speak. I feel like America is so bifurcated at this point. Like there is one America that has like so much therapy speak that no words mean anything anymore. And we all talk to each other like we're HR. And then the other side of America is like, you witness them having conversations and it's like, go to therapy. Like in your first therapy appointment, someone would be like, we need to break down like why the way that you're communicating is not effective at accomplishing anything but frustrating the person you're communicating with. Like, Marjorie Taylor Greene does not understand that is like, first, it's an inappropriate way to speak to an interviewer. And it's like a way that you act in an argument when you're losing.
Right. Well, and like what you say isn't less crazy because you say it calmly. Like that's really, she just has she's not a new person. She just has a new affect.
Yeah.
You know, instead of the veins popping out of her neck and forehead, she is, I don't know if she's on some beta blockers or what, but she is just sitting back in her chair. Her shoulders are rolled back. She's counted down to 10 and she's like, they will not. I mean, like, can't you just picture the affirmations in the bathroom before the Leslie Stahl interview? I will not yell. I will not yell. My voice will not go higher than this. Like it's style, not substance.
Yeah, and I don't understand why. Look, I don't want to be like an unofficial advisor to Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm sure she doesn't.
Of course not.
Hysteria devotee Marjorie Taylor Greene. But there is a way, if she feels as though the mainstream media insulted Republicans, there is a way for her to express that. Not that I agree with it, but she could have said something like, you know, I understand what you're saying, but there are a lot of people like me and people who support me feel as though the mainstream media stokes derision and anger at us. And so I think that the feeling is that we are doing this in response to being provoked. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
instead, she went, I'm rubber, you're glue.
yeah, which is like, this is why I also think that she's not ready for prime time. Like, watching her on The View, I was like, uh-oh, how ready is she to like really become a national political figure? Watching her on 60 Minutes, I was like, oh, she's not. She's not like in control of herself enough or smart enough to like finesse what she's trying to say.
The only thing I thought was a little interesting in the interview was the clips of her at her local town hall meeting that she did, which was full of people yelling and supporting her. And I do think that is just like a granule. It's like a smidge interesting that someone who literally went out and was like, Donald Trump released the Epstein file, like that these people are still with her. I do think that it shows there is room if people actually had a conscience, right? That there is room for them to come out and disagree with Donald Trump and not lose their support. And if your only point of being in Congress is staying in Congress, which is what a lot of them seem to be, then it seems like you actually could still stay in Congress if you went against Donald Trump, but you're just choosing not to.
Right,
so
right.
You lose all of that. You lose any permission structure, anything like that, to be like, well, no, I only agreed with him because like I wanted to keep my seat because I'm doing good for my constituents. No, if you actually are, then it looks like you'll probably be okay.
So Trump went to Truth Social to rant about it. And honestly, like when I see his giant blocks of text, you've seen that meme that's like, I ain't reading all that.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you though, or sorry that happened.
Right.
Like that's how I feel. I'm like, I ain't reading all that. I'm not. It's
Marjorie, also, look, his burns are usually kind of funny, you know, like or imaginative, or they actually do reflect the person, like little Marco, kind of funny, does seem like he has small hands. But like Marjorie Taylor Brown,
also,
I mean, it's
Green
so
turns
bad.
Brown under stress, like what is that?
What?
Like it's so inscrutable. I can't even tell if it's racist. Like, what are you? Is that the joke? Like, what's the joke? What is it? Like,
if you have to explain that brown is because lawns turn from green to brown when they die, it's not a funny joke.
I mean, it sounds like a joke that is deliberately bad, that when I was like in a comedy writer's room, we would have a character that was bad at jokes deliver it in the context of a scene where people react to a bad joke being told, or like someone not having a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donald Trump, I'm sure his brain is doing great. Everything is fine. He's looking good. Do you think that, I think one thing I want to say to kind of put a button on this is Leslie Stahl is a very good interviewer. And whatever she did got Marjorie to just be like mask off. And
yeah, she did.
And it wasn't like, I think The View, those women seem very nice, but I don't think that it is responsible for that forum to let people who are on a makeover tour, do some reputation laundering. I don't think I think that The View proved that they're not up to it, because I felt like they bought it when she was there.
Do you know what I think? So I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I do think the View interview happened so far before this that when they had her on, it was really like it was all around when the vote was happening around the Epstein files. And I felt like it was a little bit more tethered to that, as someone who was standing up for that than it was. I think it resulted in some reputation laundering, which they weren't keen to when it was happening. But I do feel like their intent in having her on was to highlight the Epstein files.
I think the issue is maybe the live studio audience.
Yeah.
Because a live studio audience, especially one that attends The View, does not come to see people fight. I agree. You're not. You might be there to see people have a little bit of disagreement and stuff, but I don't think people who come to watch The View they want to be on the side of the person being interviewed. They want everyone to get along. And so they're cheering for a sort of reconciliation. And maybe I'm looking too much into it, but I just think Marjorie Taylor Greene, when she's being interviewed, or any politician, if they're trying to launder their reputation, should be given one-on-one interviews without a crowd reaction, because I think that is more honest, and I think that exposes more of the truth of who they actually are.
Yeah, I agree.
Hysteria is brought to you by The Tamsen Show. What if midlife wasn't the end of the story, but the start of your strongest chapter?
On The Tamsen Show, Emmy-winning journalist and New York Times bestselling author Tamsen Fadal has the conversations too many women were never invited into. She's joined by powerhouse guests like Halle Berry and Stacey London, along with leading experts on dating in midlife, navigating divorce, and building real confidence for what comes next. This isn't small talk, it's real talk, smart, unfiltered, and deeply relatable. Whether you're facing brain fog, hot flashes, or a total life reset, The Tamsen Show is your guide to clarity, strength, and connection as you move forward.
New episodes drop every Wednesday wherever you get your podcasts, because you shouldn't have to go through this in the dark, and you'll never again have to ask, why didn't anyone tell me? Listen to The Tamsen Show. Your strongest chapter starts here. Hysteria is brought to you by Honey Love. Alyssa, what's your favorite holiday party outfit?
My favorite holiday party outfit? I actually have this one sort of nice shimmery-ish top that I wear with jeans. That's it. I'm not really when I get festive, it's Fair Isle sweaters. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna bust out possibly a holiday party dress this year.
What?
I know.
Is it sexy?
I don't feel like a sexy person at this point in my life, but I do feel good in it. And part of the reason I feel good in it is because I have Honey Love to just kind of keep everything where it's supposed to be, so it looks good underneath a holiday party dress. No, it's not like some kind of Mariah Carey performing on top of a white snowbank type situation.
That's not what I was picturing when I said sexy, just so you know. Just thought a pretty black dress. I don't know. Again, you're talking to someone whose festive is Fair Isle.
But I also think during the holidays, you're dressing up, you're wearing things that you like, whether they're sparkly, whether they're just a real X-rated sweater, or if they're a party dress and you just want to look good and feel confident. You also want to be comfortable. You're eating tons of foods. You're probably drinking a lot of beverages.
I don't want my undergarments to bite back.
You don't want you don't want your undergarments to be hey, stop.
Exactly. I don't need a monitoring system.
Well, the holidays are here, which means long days, festive nights, and plenty of outfits to pull together. And if your bra isn't keeping up with the season, it's time for an upgrade. Most bras are uncomfortable and come off the minute you get home. Wow, are you spying on me, Honey Love? But Honey Love is different. Their wireless bras are so soft, lightweight, and supportive, you'll actually forget you're wearing one. Whether you're traveling, running around in cozy layers, or dressing up for holiday parties, Honey Love bras give you effortless lift and support without stiff wires or bulky padding.
It's designed to move with your body, not against it, so no more digging straps, underwire pokes, and constant adjusting. Just breathable support that feels like a second skin wherever the season takes you. And if you're looking to refresh your bra drawer, Honey Love also has great bra bundle options, which makes it so easy to stock up or try multiple styles you've been eyeing. So go ahead, ditch the wires, ditch the discomfort, and step into confidence this season, because your bra should make you feel as good as your holiday looks do.
And Honeylove isn't just about bras. They've got shapewear, which I mentioned when we were talking about a party dress, tanks, and leggings that are just as comfortable and supportive. Honeylove's best-selling Super Power Short is a must-have. It has targeted compression technology that distinguishes between areas where you want more support and areas where you need less compression. Plus, the best part is it won't ever roll up or down thanks to flexible boning hidden in the side seams.
Treat yourself or someone special to the most comfortable and innovative bras on earth this holiday season. Save 20% off site-wide at honeylove.com/hysteria. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off. That's honeylove.com/hysteria. After you purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Celebrate the season feeling confident and comfortable with Honeylove.
All right, let's move on. Oh, the Kennedy Center Awards. Oof, Alyssa.
What on earth, Erin? Why? Okay, here's a funny thing. So Kennedy Center honors took place on Saturday night. So here's a funny little anecdote. So when we got to the White House, you know, every administration, there's a new set of Kennedy Center honorees. And there was a funny joke the first time when President Obama was asking who we were going to honor, and he had suggestions and before the Kennedy Center board votes. And every person he recommended, I was like, nope, Bush honored them. No, Bush honored them. And he was like, God, George honored everyone great. And it's so funny because, like, this isn't a Republican-Democrat thing. As long as the Kennedy Center honors has been happening, amazing people have been honored by the Kennedy Center in honor of John F. Kennedy Jr. and this beautiful place. It is only now that it is like awake. This is the saddest Kennedy Center honors I've ever seen. I've been to multiple. I was on the board of trustees for years. Like, Erin, let's talk about who was there.
Okay.
3 members of the band Kiss. Now, love Kiss, but just saying, 3 members of Kiss. Mm-hmm. George Strait, Michael Crawford, and Sylvester Stallone.
What?
Like, what? And here's the thing. This is, you know how they call, like, the White House Correspondents' Dinner Nerd Prom because everyone in D.C. gets dressed up? Kennedy Center is like the fanciest version of Nerd Prom. People love it. It's all like, who gets invited? Because it's really hard. There's, like, limited seatings. It's either you're a member or a member of the media invites you. It was always the talk of the town. People dressed to the nines. Mm-hmm. Everyone would look beautiful. It's around the holidays. Sparkles, sequins. Erin, can we talk about what Pam Bondi was wearing?
Sure, yes, please.
It's
not
not
we're looking.
even.
We're pulling up a picture.
There she is. What is this?
Ghastly.
What is this?
Oh.
It is, it's not, it is the drab lives of Mormon wives.
She
Look at
looks
that.
She looks like she is in the witness protection program in a pilgrim colony.
Girl, put your hair up. Put a belt on. Do something.
You know what? She looks like she's dressed like Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh. Like from the neck down.
Holiday Pooh.
She is wearing a poop-colored dress. And also, like, look, my personal distaste for the Attorney General aside,
totally.
she is she's pretty. And she could, like, she's got an interesting skin and hair color combination that certain colors look good with. Like, she could play with color. She could do, like,
anything.
Even like
this is the thing. This is a woman who wears, like, bold colored suits. This is what you picked.
Did she forget that it was happening? And then, like, by the time she was like, "Oh fuck, I need a dress."
She doesn't even have red nails.
Was the dress barn the only place open? Like, and she was just like, "I need to go in, and there's only one thing in my size, and this is the only thing that fits me." And
dress barn's a deep cut.
Yeah, I mean, that is serving barn. She's serving.
It's really, and then Trump and Melania. I mean, Trump, fine, he's in his tuxedo. Mm-hmm. Melania is like the most boring black dress. I mean, it's like we've all heard the video of her 100 times being like, why the fuck do I have to care about Christmas? Uh-huh. Girl, message received. Let's hate joy.
I mean,
what? I'm not saying it's not elegant. She's elegant, I guess, but like. Ugh.
Okay, so here's I think this makes me think of Jennifer Aniston, and I wait because I'm not going to shit talk Jennifer Aniston, but Jennifer Aniston got some flack back in the day when she was like on every red carpet and at every event for having like boring fashion because she wore a lot of like black sheath dresses. But Jennifer Aniston, compared to this, was like wearing the shit out of those dresses. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like
Jewelry, hair.
Simple jewelry, simple hair, and she is inherently stylish enough. She has enough like riz that she was able to make it like, oh, you still look at her even though she's wearing like a black sheath dress. And Melania Trump, I just honestly, she kind of looks like a floating head. Your eyes just pass over her.
She just, it's like it's the holidays, it's the Kennedy Center honors. It's like this was a choice. To look depressed and like you're at a funeral is a choice. But also zoom in on Trump's hand. Just saying.
Let's see.
He's got that, I think there's like a bandage covering whatever that bruise he constantly has now.
He's getting intravenous treatments for something. But he also is looking more and more like an Oompa Loompa because I think that his coloring is...
Yeah, he got it sprayed on that night.
Yeah, I feel like the coloring of his skin, oh my God, his hands are so gross. They look like, you know what? Each of his fingers looks like a
sausage,
like a degloved sausage. Like what?
Gross.
I'm sorry. But yeah, no, he's receiving intravenous treatments. Maybe he should wear some opera gloves. That would have been a statement.
That would have been been like
lace
everyone
gloves.
would have talked. It would have been like Michael Jackson back in the day.
You know what? I hate to admit it, but if he started wearing fingerless lace gloves, I'd be like, that's funny.
I totally agree.
That is funny. I'm looking up the ages of the people that they honored at this, and George Strait is 73. I don't even know who this Michael Crawford fucker is.
Yeah, I don't know who Michael Crawford is, and I tend to,
He's a British actor and singer who is 83. I think like the average age of the people that were honored are they're like watches Fox News because can't reach remote and can't get up to move.
Here's the thing is that the honorees are usually on the old side, but the people who honor the honorees are usually like next generations. Like theirs was so sad. Let me just give you a taste of years gone by. Mm-hmm. Eddie Vedder honoring Bono. Okay? Heart. And a
Bono.
choir. I know, but Eddie Vedder was great.
I do
Bono
like
may
Eddie
be annoying,
Vedder, but like
Eddie Vedder was great.
Okay.
Heart honoring Led Zeppelin with a gospel choir.
Right. Right.
Bangers.
Ann
like
Wilson,
a show.
Nancy Wilson.
Yes. Go. And this was just, this felt like sad trombones, start to finish.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, conservatism and art don't work together. Like, I think art, and the same reason that conservatives aren't funny, because like funny people question hierarchies, like and like identify, like have an anti-authoritative or an anti-authoritarian bent. And yeah, this is just so yucky. Also, like the Kiss thing. I have a funny story about one of the members of Kiss.
What?
When I was like doing a lot of on-air stuff at CNN like years ago, I was getting my hair and makeup done, and this is someone also, was in the hair and makeup chair getting her hair and makeup done, and I'm sure you can guess who this was. Nothing. Okay. I'm not shit talking. I just don't. This isn't, whatever.
Right.
So she's getting her hair and makeup done, and one of the members of KISS comes in and just like, he just kind of like shuffles in suddenly. He's just shuffling in, and like he's kind of a ghoulish looking old man. He's like powder white with this big hair. And he like walks right over to her and just starts like hitting on her in a weird way. And then he left, and I was like, did you know him? And she was like, not really. Like, he just came over and everyone, he just creeped everyone out. He just kind of shuffled in, said some weird shit, shuffled out. It was just like, what just happened? That was so weird.
You know what I always think about when I see Gene Simmons? This is probably a little before your time, but back when Tipper Gore had she brought the had the Senate do hearings on explicit lyrics in music, and they had like the top 10 list of people they wanted to ban. So two of the people who testified on behalf of musicians were Gene Simmons and John Denver. And everyone thought that Gene Simmons was going to be, they were all like, oh my God, what's going to happen? And Gene Simmons comes in, super prepared,
he pulled the
eloquent
Paris Hilton.
statement.
He pulled the
He
Paris
did.
Hilton.
And John Denver was like, this is fucking fascism. It's really funny.
Oh my God, that Tipper Gore thing in retrospect was a real,
Yeah.
that was a real don't do. We shouldn't
It
have
was
really.
it was very like Maha trad wifey.
It was. And like, I don't know, man. We need to revisit the Gores. We need to revisit them and like reassess. Because it's like Al Gore, if he'd been the president, I think he would have been an amazing president.
Yeah, for sure.
The entire course of history would have been different. It's crazy.
I felt like he had to go through it for us to see it though.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, poor guy. I mean, Al Gore was so maligned that like South Park made an episode making fun of him.
Yeah.
And then they made an apology episode when it turned out that Al Gore was right years later. Like they did an episode where like the fantastical creature that Al Gore had warned everybody about was called Man Bear Pig. And then like years later they were like, Man Bear Pig is real and he's coming through South Park and eating people, and like it's very, very
So
funny.
funny. He was right.
He was 100% right. We have one more picture, I believe. Oh, Tiffany. I bet you could name her faster than Donald Trump.
Probably. You know what? I had an assistant a long time ago who used to say she was both British and French, and she said, "Mastro, Tiffany just looks like a lollipop with a Snapchat filter," and like I've never been able to unseen it.
I feel so bad. Like there was a period of time where I got really obsessed with how like insecure she seemed, and like, I mean, she's lived a life of extreme privilege brought to you by like her awful father. But like her early Instagram reel was like literally, it was like the episode of Arrested Development when Lucille tries to lie about her age and she gets a driver's license that's so airbrushed that you can't even see any like aspects of her face. She's wearing, I guess, like the most festive thing out of the ones we looked at. At
Her
least
dress is pretty.
It's a seasonal color.
And I think she has the gloves on.
She does have, maybe she should let her dad borrow them.
She looks pretty.
She does look pretty. Georgetown Law graduate Tiffany Trump, which I'm sure she earned herself.
I actually find her the least offensive of all the children.
Really? Less offensive
Yeah.
than, what about Barron?
He's like part of the crypto universe now.
Oh, yeah, that's true. As soon as he turned 18, he was like, all right, time to do adult shitty things.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I mean, and there might be secret children that we don't know about.
Probably. We've seen the picture. The internet doesn't lie, Erin.
The internet doesn't lie. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, the Kennedy Center honors were a sad affair.
Snooze.
It just seemed like they're trying to cancel art, like they tried to cancel the Department of Education.
Art and joy.
Art and joy. I don't think that Donald Trump understands artistic expression beyond, all he understands is doing things to impress other rich guys. That's all he thinks of, is like doing things that are impressive to other men. It's very like anyway.
And
I don't
Broadway.
Yeah, well, but I think that, he does love Phantom of the Opera.
He loves Phantom of the Opera. He loves Cats.
Yeah, but
he loves 1980s Broadway.
Like Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yes, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
How about Starlight Express? Is he into that one? It's
no, I've only heard Les Miserables. Remember they had them sing Les Miserables at the Christmas party last year, and he didn't understand that it was not a compliment.
It was, well, I don't know if it was or was not a compliment because of like the makeup of the band. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, it's a night's edge. But yes, he loves Les Mis, Cats, and Phantom of the Opera.
Claire found something interesting. Oh, apparently Donald Trump saw Starlight Express in the 80s and took a picture with them. He deemed them important enough to take a picture with. Starlight Express is an Andrew Lloyd Webber musical that is basically Cats, but about horny trains. And that is not an exaggeration at all. There's like no plot. It's like a series of like different, I don't know. You have to... Yes, performed on roller skates. That's a very important component of it. I don't know if any roller skating musicals have ever truly succeeded. But yeah, if you want, I think there's like footage of a German version of it that you can see online, and it is just as bonkers as you would expect. All right.
Oh boy.
Well, you know what? I wish that Donald Trump would have leaned more into the more like flamboyant 80s New York aspects of his taste. Because like that would at least be an interesting show.
You know what everybody used to say? That if it had just been okay with his dad for him to be the Broadway critic for the New York Observer, we might not be living this nightmare.
Oh, God. Another reason to be mad at Donald Trump's dad. Hysteria is brought to you by Fatty 15.
You know, Erin, as I get older, the one thing, I went to go get a facial. I'm feeling the results of it, or I'm feeling the consequences of it because I had a little reaction to something I shouldn't have put on my face. But you know what any smart person will tell you? That the way to deal with aging is from the inside.
You got it. Well, you can do it. You got to have a two-front.
You got to do two-front war.
Ways.
But
you got to do it from the outside and from the inside.
But the outside isn't going to fix the inside. You need to fix the inside too.
What? It's not?
Yep. You heard it.
Oh.
You heard it here first. That's why I'm excited to share with you guys C15 from Fatty 15, the first emerging essential fatty acid to be discovered in more than 90 years. It is an incredible scientific breakthrough to support our long-term health and wellness, and you guessed it, healthy aging. Fatty 15 co-founder Stephanie Van Watson discovered the benefits of C15 while working with the U.S. Navy to continually improve the health and welfare of aging dolphins.
Never seen a wrinkly dolphin.
Ever, smooth as can be. Based on over 100 studies, we now know that C15 strengthens our cells and is a key healthy aging nutrient, which helps to slow biological aging at the cellular level.
In fact, when our cells don't have enough C15, they become fragile and age faster. And when our cells age, our bodies age too. We are made of cells, Alyssa.
So many
cells. I think one of my first childhood existential crises was when I tried to think about how many cells were in my body. And I freaked out.
So much mitochondria.
So much mighty mitochondria. This eventually led to studies finding the first new nutritional deficiency in 75 years called cellular fragility syndrome caused by a lack of the C15. As many as 1 in 3 people worldwide may have low C15 levels and cellular fragility syndrome.
To help fix cellular fragility syndrome and further support healthy aging, a team of doctors working in collaboration with the U.S. Navy spent over a decade to develop the pure, optimized, and bioavailable C15-0 ingredient in Fatty 15. Fatty 15 is a science-backed, award-winning, patented 100% pure C15 supplement. It's vegan-friendly, free of flavors, allergens, or preservatives. Fatty 15 has 3 times more cellular benefits than omega-3 or fish oil. Fatty 15 is clinically proven to raise C15-0 levels, resulting in lower cholesterol levels, healthier liver function, improved gut microbiome health, and improved red blood cell health within 3 months.
Best of all, Fatty 15 comes in a gorgeous reusable glass and bamboo jar, and refills are shipped right to your door. Fatty 15 is on a mission to optimize your C15 levels and help support your long-term health and wellness, especially as you age. You can get an additional 15% off their 90-day subscription starter kit by going to fatty15.com/hysteria and use code hysteria at checkout. Hysteria is brought to you by IndaCloud. You've wrapped all the presents. Now it's time to wrap up your stress.
Yes, ma'am.
Start with something sparkling and THC infused. Oh my God. I love something sparkling and THC infused.
Me too.
It is so much more relaxing than other alternative, like, calm down, end of day
Also,
things.
can I tell you, as a perimenopausal woman, wine, not your friend. THC infused cocktails, totally fine.
Oh my God. They're so, also, they really, just from personal experience, they prevent me from even caring about imbibing or over imbibing. I'll have
I totally agree.
And then I'm just good for the rest of the party or for the rest of the evening.
The edge is off.
The edge is off. IndaCloud is your online dispensary for better nights, smoother mornings, and calmer holidays. Now with 0 sugar, 0 calorie THC sodas alongside your favorite gummies and pre-rolls. All federally legal THC, DEA certified, lab tested, and shipped discreet. Because you can't pour from an empty cup, but you can sip your sanity back. Lots of good people love THC and THC infused products. And I think IndaCloud is something that my puritanical mother can take a look at. It's a soda, Mom. It is a soda that makes me less of a bitch. Right?
Exactly. That's it. This is not these are not the things. I think so many of our parents think about it and they're they go back in time. They're like, oh my God, there's a Led Zeppelin poster and a black light. they're not going to become functioning adults. We're fully functioning, and this helps with us. This helps us function.
Functioning. Absolutely. This is how you end the year clear-headed, not wiped out. If you're 21 or older, visit indacloud.co and use code Hysteria for 25% off plus free shipping. That's indacloud.co, code Hysteria. 25% off, free shipping, and a better way to unwind. Enjoy responsibly, and thanks to IndaCloud for making the reset part easy and a little more refreshing. And welcome back. You're listening to Hysteria, the podcast for people who are not sick of All I Want for Christmas Is You. I'm not.
Never.
No.
I used to request that, not to, this sounds like some kind of, when I was a page at NBC and I would go to the Saturday Night Live after parties, I would request that song in like April from the DJ. And they would
so
play
funny.
it, and we would all go nuts. I'd be like, can you play All I Want for Christmas Is You, please? I love that song.
It's pretty good. I have to ration it because if I listen to it during normal times of the year, I feel like the joy will
I'm
go
going
away.
to the Mariah Carey pop-up bar.
Okay, you're going.
You invited me, and then I couldn't go at that time. And then Jackie, my co-host of Who's the Bitch, she was like, do you want to go to this Mariah Carey pop-up bar? I go, let me text my friend Erin because she went, and I'll see if it's good. And we're going at night on your orders.
Yeah, you should go at night. But
we're doing a nighttime thing.
It was fun, and like the vibe was really fun, and the people that were there were just like, the Mariah Carey pop-up vibe. All right, now let's get to Sandy Petty. Alyssa, do you want to start us off?
I'm petty.
Okay.
I'm petty.
What are you
petty and I'm
about?
mad. Did you guys see yesterday the Make Travel Family Friendly Again announcement?
No.
Okay. So Road Rules Sean and RFK Jr.
Road Rules Sean
got together. And guys, they want to make travel family friendly again. Now, recall, it was just a month ago they told us we should be like dressing suits
up
to get on food. Okay. They're putting $1 billion into this program. $1 billion.
Oh, that's a grift. That is a grift.
Do you want to know what they're saying that they're going to do?
What are they
They're
going to
like,
do?
we're going to have treadmills in airports. We're going to have better food. We're going to have breastfeeding stations for moms.
There are already
breastfeeding
breastfeeding stations.
No, here's the thing. Have you been to an airport? It is a fucking treadmill. You don't need a weighted vest because you have your fucking luggage. And another thing, you want to make the world family friendly? Take that $1 billion, put it into paid family leave. That'll fix that will help women who want to breastfeed longer. It is so.
What's family friendly about a treadmill? So my kids
healthy,
can run on it and fall?
Healthy and friendly. Healthy and friendly.
That sounds like
But
a way
yes,
for my kids to get hurt.
It's
They would like just climb on it, and I would just be a thing to keep chasing away.
All the major airports are so massive. You're getting like 13,000 steps in just getting to your gate.
Have you gone through Denver? Like connect in any airport, and
Haunted
you will get
airport.
for sure.
When my best friend and I went to go see the Indigo Girls in Denver, by the time we went from Newark to the end of our journey in Denver, 14,000 steps.
I've slept at the
just
Denver
saying.
airport again.
We
not
were
to brag.
Oh my God.
So
It's the
if they really care, paid family leave. That would help people
That
be
is
healthy and
such
happy.
a psychotic number.
It's
like
crazy.
if they were
Yeah.
like, we're putting $20 million, and I'd be like, great, print a poster. Like whatever.
Yeah.
a billion.
That's crazy.
Bill.
That
One
to
bill.
me seems that screams corruption, like
Yeah.
funneling, like
Where's that going?
Yeah, like a front.
Well, it's like they're going to have screening centers just for families. You know what? We're all fine. We're all getting through security. Everyone's being chill. You have clear, you have TSA, you have regular. If I see a family, I let them go. Nobody rolls their eyes. Families are much more prepared 99% of the time.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Erin and I are not leaving the government up to occupying our children at the airport.
No.
I'm not going to be like, oh, but there's going to be a screen area. So we'll just leave everything at home that we were going to use.
The screen area is going to be, I can picture exactly how it's going to look. It's going to be full of boys that are too big running around and pushing babies down. Because that's like, it's going to be like an unsupervised playground. And
and there's just going to be a little pile of COVID in the center of it. It's going to be so disgusting.
Yeah, and also I think, I don't know if you guys saw Real World Sean and RFK doing pull-ups in an airport. I don't know where RFK was in an airport.
Yes, this was all part of it.
Spreading germs.
This was part of it, yes.
Yeah, but I just want to say something about Sean Duffy. Okay, he's from my neck of the woods.
Yeah.
He's from Hayward, Wisconsin. And for years, when he was after Real World and before his political career, he was like, he lived up in like Bayfield, Ashland, Wisconsin, which is like the middle of fucking nowhere, right? It is beautiful up there, but it's the middle of nowhere. So for most of his formative years, he lived in a place that was like more than 100 miles from an international airport. Like one of the places
And
in
now
the
he's
lower
travel guy.
I know, one of the places in the lower 48 that is like considerably far from a big airport. So like why are we putting him in charge of airplanes? It's literally
No idea.
It's like having somebody who is, from lower Manhattan be the Secretary of Agriculture. It's not totally nonsensical, but it's also
Kind of.
Why? Also, we hate flying so much, or I hate flying so much that we are like driving to
love
my
that.
parents' house.
This Christmas?
We're driving.
Wow. I might drive cross country this summer with my kids.
No, it's not. I've got some route ideas for you. I can
Okay.
give you some tips when
Okay.
we're offline. Okay, I'm feeling petty, and this is just like stupid and traffic related, but I spend so much time in my car and so much time in traffic that I'm just like, I just notice everything. I feel like when you are on the road, we're on a team, right? We've all got a job to do, and that job is for everybody
100%.
to get to where we're going safely. Therefore, I've already talked about this. I believe that it is your responsibility as a driver to drive as fast as you can safely go in the conditions. So if and like within the speed limit, right? So if the speed limit is 55 and it's a clear day, you should not be just like lackadaisically like drifting like in the lane at 45 miles an hour. I think it artificially slows down traffic. But I also think that like if you do not use your blinker or let people merge, you are off the team. Like you are not on my team and I'm like mad at you. I feel like I wish that everybody would just enter a traffic situation being like, we've all got to get places. Some people need to get there more than I do, but I also need to respect the fact that like me interfering with their urgency is like making it bad. So anyway, I just want people to like be driving, be a driver.
Erin, I feel this in my bones.
Yeah, be here. You're here on the road. You're not.
It's my
fucking
job.
with your screen.
Yes.
You are driving. You are expediting the flow of traffic.
Yeah.
You are letting people merge. You are not trying to skip the merge line. You are
With
like
letting people merge, I've made it up in my head that it's you go, you go, you go, you
Yeah,
go.
it's-
I've made it up in my head.
Yes.
And
Just like
sometimes
getting
I'm
off a
like,
train.
Yeah. So sometimes I'm like, okay, this person's gone, and then the person behind won't let me in, and I'm like, no, it's my turn now. Like
It's my turn.
We've all made up this, but it is only in my head. But I'm like, you're not gonna let me in. Like,
No, it's like a social contract, Kara.
Yes.
It is. You're like, this is how we participate in being good citizens on the road. But Erin, it's like I use my blinker. I'm signaling. I am signaling. People who don't signal need to go to car prison.
I mean, car prison. I think I drive like a tank, right? I mean, my car is
Yeah.
a large
We have the
vehicle.
same
We have the
car.
same car.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not like a Tahoe or
Yeah.
it's not that big, but it is like a very solid piece of machinery. And so I do find that I can bully people a little bit in it. Like if someone's not going to let me merge,
Yeah.
I'll be like, yes, you fucking are. And like, I'll put my nose in there because in a crash, they would not do
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
Do you know how I feel?
You're a smart car. I will flatten you.
Yeah.
I drive a Subaru Forester, which is not a fancy car. And I'm like, I got nothing to lose. A ding ain't going to upset me. Like, let me in.
Yeah, I paid for the good like warranty and stuff. So it's like, okay, you want to take me on, little Prius?
Yeah.
Let's go.
See what happens.
Let's fucking go. All right, Kara, why don't you round us out?
Okay, all right. I'm going to be petty and say, and I'm going to say right off the bat, I know that most people are not going to agree with me on this, but I'm a little bit, and probably you two are not going to agree with me. And maybe I could be wrong, but I am like a social person, and I like to go out at night and go to parties when I'm invited to them. And I do not want those parties to start at 5 o'clock and end at 10 o'clock because you have a kid and you're like, I'm a grandma, I need to go to bed. I also have kids and I need to put them to bed and then get to your party. Can we be adults and have parties at normal adult times? I want to have parties at normal adult times. A 5 o'clock party is not going to work for me. I want to go to a party at 8 o'clock and come home at 11:30, and that is maybe too late for some people, and I know, but I just feel like it's aging me to be around all these people my age that are like, we're just too old to be out past 10 now, and I'm like, no, we're not. I was out till 2:30 the other morning.
Wow.
I am crying. 100% your worst nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm invited to a party. I'm like, this shit starts at 7. What the
Oh
fuck
my
is
God.
this?
Yes, that's
Now,
nighttime.
in my
we cannot
defense-
abolish nightlife. We need to put $1 billion back into nightlife, and I'm going to be the nightlife czar.
Kara, I got to tell you, I'm at a weird crossroads though, because I got to take my progesterone at a certain time and my
Okay.
antidepressant. Otherwise, I can't go to sleep for like several hours.
Okay.
So I just want you to know that there's a method to my madness, but I am laughing so hard. And you know what? You're giving me fresh perspective.
I think also sometimes people are just like, I'm also exhausted at 7 o'clock or 7:30 when I'm getting ready to go to the party. But then I get energized by socializing. You got to sometimes push past the tiredness. And I just feel sometimes like it's aging me to be around so many people that are like, I gotta be in bed by 9:30. And I'm like, come on. and also at the holidays. It's like, it's the holidays. We're partying.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a bad petty.
No,
but
no, no.
this
I
is
think
me.
it's. I
No,
think
it's
a good
great.
petty.
I got annoyed because I got invited to this party. I go, so by the time I put my kids to sleep and get the babysitter and get out the door, I get to your party at 8, and then you want people out the door at 10? I got a 2-hour party?
Yeah.
Not for me.
But also, Kara, a 2-hour party is a lot of time.
Not for me. I said I'm just warming up.
Oh my God. I think like I'm depressed. So when it gets dark, I'm like, okay, time for eternal night. It's
I
like,
understand that. And a lot of my friends, I feel like, have been saying that too. They're like, is this year's daylight savings darker than usual? Like everybody. I'm like, it could just be the world. But get out to a party. Let's go to a party.
Okay, let's go to a party.
I'm picking up Erin at 9:30 and dragging her to a wine bar.
I'll be in my PJs, but I'll go. I mean, I've seen people at bars in our neighborhood wearing their PJs.
That's not that weird.
It's not a fashion. It's not a fashion area, really.